Sunny Leone causes 8 lakh worth damages to Celina Jaitley's penthouse. In a shocking twist, Rekha walks out of Fitoor. Sanjay Leela Bhansali disregards Priyanka's request. Karan helps out Bombay Velvet's producers. Hey guys, I'm Caitlin with a brand new episode of 9xe.com The Show.
I'm hot, you're not, I'm a superstar, I'm a superstar. 9xe.
So here's proof that when you try to do something good, things can backfire in a big way. Sunny Leone is in the news once again, and it's for the wrong reasons, once again. News came in that actress Celina Jaitley is very unhappy with adult star turned Bollywood actress Sunny and her husband Daniel Webber. This is because Celina had rented her penthouse to the couple when no one else in Mumbai was ready to. But 2 years later, she got the shock of her life when she saw her house. Talking to 9xe.com The Show, Celina recounted the horror. She said that she wanted to move back into her house and asked the couple to hand over the house. What followed was a nightmare for Celina. To begin with, the couple was in no mood to vacate. But finally, when they did, Celina's home was nothing like she remembered. The antique furniture was dumped on the terrace and had become fungus infested. There were CCTV cameras drilled into the walls. Even the bathroom was in a very bad condition. Celina told us, "I went out of my way to help my former tenants, Sunny and Daniel, as they were finding it hard to get a place on lease given their background. I even took guarantee for their character to the concerned authorities in good faith. I leased my beautiful penthouse to them for 2 years. At the end of the lease, I was horrified to see the appalling state of the place." Celina is extremely distraught since the repairs will cost close to 8 lakh. She is now staying in a hotel while her home is being renovated. But that's not even the worst of her problems. Despite causing such extensive damage, Sunny's husband Daniel has asked her to return the home's deposit, which they had given at the time of moving in. Naturally, Celina has refused, but the man often visits the building demanding the money. She told us, "Their attitude and communication was sickening and threatening. I was driven to taking legal help to protect my interests and to make them honor the contract." When we got in touch with Daniel to get his side of the story, he emailed us saying, "We handed the flat back in perfect condition. We upgraded many items. Camera we consider an upgrade as we installed a security system. If it was an issue, we would have gladly removed. Most people would appreciate a security system." But what about the claims that Daniel threatened Celina? "We asked for our deposit back upon handing over the keys. She refused to give the money. I assume she must have needed the money to act this way. I have never met Celina in my life. How is it possible that I threatened her?" Lawyers are playing the blame game. Sunny's lawyer Rizwan Siddiqui told 9xe.com The Show, "Despite vacating the said flat, the security deposit amount was not returned, and instead my client received a letter from Ms. Jaitley therein citing reasons for not returning the security deposit amounts. As my client refuted the claims, the said letter was accordingly duly responded to in detail. However, as Ms. Jaitley maintained her claims, my client also reserves the right to file appropriate proceedings to recover his money in accordance to procedures provided under law." Celina's lawyer Devendra Andevar said, "The cops have had many complaints in the past. You won't get anything from them by filing a complaint against this couple." With both parties sticking to their version of the event, stay tuned to see how all pans out. Now, this scandal got us thinking, how comfortable would people really be if they found out Sunny Leone was their neighbor? We hit the streets to find out.
मेरे हस्बैंड के लिए तो मुझे बहुत टेंशन हो गया, मुझे रात की नींद नहीं आने वाली है फिर।
ओह सनी लियोनी,
पहले तो मुझे शौक ही लगेगा और मुझे मेरे बेटे के लिए टेंशन हो जाएगा कि वो उम्र से पहले बड़ा हो जाएगा।
I'll be very happy. Should be fine. No issues.
बहुत अच्छा लगेगा। कुछ हार्मफुल तो नहीं लग रहा है मुझे। सनी लियोनी और सलमान खान doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter.
Like wow, what a feeling. Like whatever she has done in the past, it is not at all related about what she's doing right now. Yeah, but that doesn't matter. Like she has done many, Bollywood films now, so that doesn't take into consideration.
I think that's her profession. It's her personal life. She wants to do it. She did it. There should not be any problem. I mean, I don't find anything wrong in it.
अगर उन्होंने एक पारिवारिक मूवी कर ली, तो हो सकता है कि आधे लोगों का जजमेंट चेंज हो जाए।
नहीं, ऐसा कुछ नहीं। आजकल स्टारडम इज वेरी कॉमन। कॉलेज गोइंग स्टूडेंट इज ऑल्सो लाइक स्टार, सो इट्स ओके, फाइन।
एक अच्छा इंसान बनने की कोशिश कर रही है तो हम क्यों उनको मौका क्यों ना दें? हम अगर हर लेडीज़ को गलत समझेंगे तो कोई भी लेडीज़ आगे नहीं जा पाएगा।
No, but then that is upon what people have different opinions and different thinking. So if someone finds it wrong, it's wrong for them. But I don't find anything wrong in that.
Past is past and it's gone. And I think she should be allowed to do whatever. She shouldn't be barred
from anything like that.
या ऑफ कोर्स मुझे चलेगा, बट सोसाइटी तो सोसाइटी से बनती है, वो जैसे अग्री करते हैं, मुझे कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है।
सनी लियोनी, who would object?
नो ऑब्जेक्शन। मुझे अच्छा लगेगा अगर मैं बुरा समझने वाले इंसान को अच्छा बना सकूं तो।
If she stays a neighbor, I'm fine with it.
सनी लियोन मतलब हमारे नेबर मतलब बहुत बड़ा सरप्राइज होगा, और सनी लियोन को देखने के लिए हम उसके घर के बाहर ही बैठे रहेंगे।
The whole world wants to see just the look of her. And if I got the chance to be here with her neighbor, I'll be very surprised and happy.
Now moving on from that story, here is a shocker. Buzz is that veteran actress Rekha has walked out of Fitoor, the Indian adaptation of the Charles Dickens epic Great Expectations. It seems that Rekha saw the rushes of the film and was very unhappy with the way she looked. And because of this, she informed director Abhishek Kapoor that she no longer wants to be a part of the film. The ambitious project was already fraught with problems, and with Rekha storming out, things are only getting worse. Recently, reports came in that the industry veteran requested director Abhishek to reshoot some of her portions as she was unhappy with the final product. Other incidents have also troubled Fitoor and director Abhishek. The Kashmir leg of Fitoor's schedule ran into trouble because of Katrina Kaif landing on set with a completely different hairstyle than previously decided. Abhishek put his foot down and Katrina had no option but to pack her bags and return to Mumbai. The makers were also forced to cheat shoot sequences in Mumbai that was supposed to be taking place in picturesque Kashmir. With Rekha no longer part of the project, Abhishek has no choice but to reshoot her portions with another actor. We hear Tabu has been asked to step into Rekha's shoes. But in Bollywood, it's never one of the same thing. While Rekha was giving her director trouble, here's another director who's created trouble for his actor. It all started on the sets of Bajirao Mastani on Monday night. Now that Priyanka is balancing both a career in Bollywood and Hollywood, she has had to make frequent trips to many cities in India and the US. So on that fateful Monday night, she requested director Sanjay Leela Bhansali to wrap up her shoot soon so she could make it in time for a meeting outside the city. Sanjay heard her out and finally agreed. But instead of accommodating Priyanka, what did Sanjay do? He went straight to Milan Soman, who plays a negative role in the film, and asked him to get ready for his scenes. A flustered Milan then hurried to get into makeup and costume. Bhansali took his time to shoot with Milan. And what was Priyanka left doing? Well, she had no other option but to stare at the clock and watch precious minutes tick away. Finally, when Sanjay called Priyanka on set, she received the shock of her life. Sanjay shot only 40% of what was planned. These were small scenes that could have easily been done before. When she was finished well past 4 in the morning, Priyanka was exasperated. Funnily enough, Priyanka was spotted very much in Mumbai on Tuesday. So did she miss her flight or cancel her trip? We'll keep a lookout on this one for you. But as far as Bhansali is concerned, we're wondering if that was really necessary. Well, if you ask us, that wasn't a cool move. What did Mr. Bhansali gain? We'll tell you. He got one very unhappy and extremely frazzled lead actor. Next time, maybe he should spare a thought. Coming up, have Govinda's old habits cost him a film? Ranbir's Bombay Velvet forces production house to take a drastic step. Welcome back to 9xe.com, the show. We have some Andar Ki Baat for you. Like you read on 9xe.com, rumors are rife that there was a secret deal between the producers of Katti Batti, Disney UTV and superstar Aamir Khan. Aamir agreed to star in Dangal, where he plays wrestler Mahavir Phogat, if and only if Disney UTV agreed to back Katti Batti. But what's the connection between Aamir and Katti Batti? Well, Katti Batti stars his darling nephew Imran Khan. The Aamir-Imran Disney UTV triangle goes back a long way with films like Delhi Belly and Jani Tu Ya Jani Na. Aamir's condition seems justified. Of course, you want what's best for your family. An established production house will be great for the film and Imran too. With backing from a big studio, a grand release, wider film distribution and an effective marketing strategy are guaranteed. And who better than Aamir to know the importance of these things, especially the power of a strong marketing strategy, right? And you can bet the shirt off your back that it works in Disney UTV's favor when a superstar like Aamir agrees to do a big film like Dangal for them. Aamir and UTV have had an enviable association. UTV distributed Rang De Basanti, which went on to become a cult film. The satire Peepli Live was produced by Aamir Khan and distributed by UTV. Aamir's most recent success, PK, that earned nearly rupees 650 crore at the box office, was also distributed by UTV. So you can see he's been very profitable for them. So thanks to Aamir's deal, we'll soon get to see both uncle and nephew in the theatres. Mamu ho to Aamir jaisa. Don't you agree with me? Tweet your thoughts with hashtag Aamir for Imran on Twitter at 9XE The Show. Talk to us on facebook.com/9XE. From here, it's on to our next story. So sadly, things are just not getting easier for Ranbir Kapoor. A few days ago, 9XE.com The Show reported the major reshoots and reimaginings of Jagga, Jasoos. The Ranbir starrer was a musical but was reshot and will only have a fair amount of songs now. The changes are extensive and seems yesteryear's superstar Govinda bore the brunt of the changes in the Anurag Basu Ranbir production. He was signed on to play the title character's father. The role is critical because the movie is about a detective who is searching for his father. Chi-Chi, as he is known in film circles, was notorious for being late on sets in the 90s, but that was forgiven because of the hits he delivered. But seems Govinda is back to his old ways. Buzz is that he was throwing his weight around and having starry tantrums on the Jagga Jasoos sets. Apparently, he held up a Jagga Jasoos shoot because he went shopping, appearing on set after several hours with many shopping bags. If this was not enough, the producers also had second thoughts when they saw that the portions Govinda shot were not in sync with the reworked film. So who will take Govinda's place? Sources have it that the filmmakers have approached other industry veterans like Amitabh Bachchan and Anil Kapoor to play Jagga Jasoos' dad. This comes as sad news for Govinda, who was just about finding his footing in the industry once again. Govinda ji, Bollywood has changed over the decades, and if you aren't professional, it'll be a big problem. With Govinda out of Jagga Jasoos, we wonder who will finally fill in for him. But our Jasooses are on the case, and you'll find out as soon as we do. And here's a piece of news that we did find out, and we are giving it straight to you. Like you guys read on 9xe.com, Fox Star Studios will collaborate with Karan Johar on 6 films, and a deal of 500 crore has been made. Some of the films, which will be a joint venture between the two parties, are Warriors, Ye Dil Hai Mushkil, Kapoor and Sons, and yes, even Karan's ambitious Shuddhi, which Varun Dhawan grabbed after Salman exited. Co-producers of Bombay Velvet, Fox Star Studios, have incurred huge losses with the movie tanking and even its shows being replaced by other films. So now it looks like the Bombay Velvet actor Karan has come through for the floundering studio. You think he feels some sense of responsibility for the film's failure? And this is a sort of peace offering? Now, Fox Star Studios has had a disastrous past 2 years, but seems Ranbir's Bombay Velvet was the one that hurt the most. The studio belted out Bullet Raja, Hum Shakals and Mr. X, and the last film out of their stables was the highly anticipated Bombay Velvet. The other releases under the studio are Hamari Adhuri Kahani and Prem Ratan Dhan Payo. Both films have a positive buzz, but seems Fox Star Studios is taking no chances. Earlier, Reliance Entertainment faced empty cinema halls with Hawaii Zada, and they seem to have taken a break from filmmaking. A formal announcement of the collaboration will be made in a few days. With this deal, we hope to see Karan getting back to what he does best, directing films that make our heart flutter. Coming up, Bollywood's leading men are finally reducing their fees. Does Saif still have a chance to do an Indo-China film? After that break, you've joined us on 9xe.com The Show. Ranveer Singh is doing good. He might be one of the busiest stars in Bollywood, but he's not too busy to lend his name to a cause. Ranveer is supporting NGO Akshay Patra to fight hunger amongst children in India through a midday meal program. He's asking you to donate at least rupees 750 because that is all it takes to provide a meal for a child for an entire year. And in true Ranveer fashion, the program has got a great name too. It's called India Ke Hunger Ki Bachao. Check him out being cute with a few kids.
किसी कॉफी शॉप में 2 कॉफी या किसी अच्छे बार में 1 ड्रिंक. एक ड्रिंक. Cheers. किसी क्लब या डिस्को में कपल एंट्री, और अगर स्टैग हो तो किसी ब्रांडेड कपड़ों की दुकान में जाकर देखो, 750 में एक रुमाल का सेट ही मिलेगा.
थैंक यू.
लड़कियों के ब्यूटी प्रोडक्ट्स के लिए तो 7,500 भी कम पड़ते हैं. 750 में तो सिर्फ एक अच्छी लिपस्टिक. अपने फेवरेट रॉक बैंड के कॉन्सर्ट के टिकट चाहिए आपको, 750 रुपए में मिल जाएंगे स्टेज से आधा किलोमीटर दूर. और क्या मिलता है 750 रुपए में?
And it only gets better. Ranveer sat down with 9xe.com The Show for an exclusive chat about his endeavour.
It's a cause that's really, really close to my heart, and I'm very, very happy to be associated with Akshay Patra in order to achieve the same. I think they are a most wonderful organization, full of the most warmest and most wonderful, kind, good-hearted people. I'm so happy that I got a chance to collaborate with them, to come together with them, to create this initiative which was launched recently, and I have to say the kind of success that our initiative has seen in just a few days is unprecedented. It's really thrilling to see the kind of support that there is for this cause, for kids. I really, really love kids, and I want to do everything in my capacity to, touch their lives in some sort of positive way.
You too can be a part of the fight against hunger. Donate at www.hungerkibajao.com/donate.php. Now on to our next piece. In the first half of 2015, quite a few films have not seen an impressive run at the theatres. Big budget films with big names have not worked their charm at the box office. A few leading men have seen this and are making amends in their pay packet. Akshay Kumar has taken a cut for his latest, Airlift, and he will take a percentage of the profits subject to realization. Akshay is a big star who commands a huge pay, but our guess is that he also realizes that even though people come to the theatres to watch him, the producers might not recover the money. A senior producer has told 9xe.com The Show that if Akshay hadn't taken the cut, Airlift would never have been made. We now know whom to thank when Airlift hits the screens. But that is not all. Other A-listers are taking the hint and slashing their asking rates to work in prestigious projects. Another case in point is the Nawab of Pataudi. Money didn't matter to Saif Ali Khan when he got a chance to work again with the Omkar director Vishal Bharadwaj. Buzz is that he took a cut to work with Vishal. With his movies opening to empty cinema halls, Saif's career does need a boost. It seems he has also taken a cut to be part of Ekta Kapoor's ambitious project, The Devotion of Suspect X. Maybe Saif learned his lesson the hard way. He was shown the door by Ramesh Durrani when he demanded ₹16 crore for Durrani's Next to be directed by Mohit Suri. Producer Farhan Akhtar also had to look out for another actor when Saif asked a high fee for Mr. Chalu. Trade analyst Amod Mehra said, "Everyone is aware that Saif and Akshay have reduced their fees. Let's not call it a pay cut. We should call it correction. I'm glad that stars in general have realized that they were overpricing and overvaluing themselves and making their films commercially unviable." Of course, the industry must be relieved now that the big names are working for less. After all, the acting budget forms a major part of the entire film's budget. Pay cuts are good news for audiences too. With less amounts at stake, movie makers can now experiment more with script and storyline. Leading distributor Ramesh Sippy said, "The new business model adopted by some A-listers is definitely a very positive move." But two actors who don't seem to have got the memo are Hrithik Bang Bang Roshan and Ranbir Bombay Velvet Kapoor. Bang Bang, Roshan Jr. became one of the very few actors to receive a high fee up front. He charged and got 30 crore, but the film did not create much of a bang at the ticket windows. Hrithik, however, is not slowing down. For Mohenjo-daro, he's getting paid an insane 50 crore. Much was spoken about Ranbir Kapoor's 32 crore payout for Bombay Velvet, especially after the disastrous run the Anurag Kashyap movie had at the box office. Ranbir was also signed up for a 35% stake in the profit, but that's definitely not happening as the film is touted to be one of the biggest disasters in the history of Bollywood. Whether or not Hrithik and Ranbir take a leaf from Akshay and Saif's book, filmmakers are definitely happy that at least a start has been made. Buzz in the trade is that many other male actors are thinking along the same lines. Better late than never, we say. While Saif is taking pay cuts, seems he is back in the running for the Indo-China collaboration movie Kung Fu Yoga. For those who have come in late, Aamir Khan recently met Jackie Chan when he was in China for PK's promotions. Later, it was also announced that Aamir would be starring in a movie titled Kung Fu Yoga with Chan. However, Aamir said that he could not be a part of the project owing to date issues, which must have been great news for Saif. 9xe.com The Show had earlier reported that Saif was the original contender for the role, but lost out allegedly because of an overactive team. His manager asked way too many questions about the film. When we ran the story, we were hopeful that good things would come Saif's way, and looks like that's happening. With Aamir confirming that he won't be able to do Kung Fu Yoga, the makers are once again considering Saif. So if Saif's team keeps themselves in check this time around, Saif might just land an international project. Saif has had a disastrous run at the box office, but the talented actor does have an interesting lineup of releases for the future, and Kung Fu Yoga would be another feather in his cap. Coming up, Jacqueline's staff cut down to size for her Hollywood project. Welcome back to 9xe.com, the show, where our movie buffs watch Arshad Warsi and Jackie Bhagnani's Welcome to Karachi. And here's what they thought of it.
Hey you, how are you? My name is Prabhu Daima.
And I'm Nafisa Sharma.
और हमने देखी Welcome to Karachi.
So this is a story of two guys who really want to go to America but they can't. They land up on a boat. फिर आता है एक बड़ा storm के बाद वो पहुंच जाते हैं कराची. अब कराची में ये क्या-क्या गोल खिलाते हैं जानने के लिए देखिए.
Welcome to Karachi. Did you see that? That was like so cool. तो फिल्म में है जैकी भगनानी.
You know what I think? I think by far this was his best performance and I think he really played this Gujarati character really very well. Arshad Warsi.
Arshad Warsi was the backbone of this film. The film is funny only because of this man, but एक आदमी can only do so much.
Lauren Gottlieb.
Lauren नहीं, Lauren भाभी बोलो.
Oh, so sweet. But you know what? तुम्हारे भाभी के ना 4 डायलॉग भी नहीं थे.
गानों की बात की जाए तो नफीसा, favorite song of the film?
I think I like La 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 Lodi. Yeah, I like that song. What about you?
Shakira.
Lauren Bhabhi song.
Nafisa Sharma, what did you think of the film?
I thought it was extremely lengthy. Yeah. Yes, it's a comedy movie, but there were very few instances where I laughed. And I didn't even laugh. I just like, you know.
Oh, so you chuckled.
Okay, yeah, chuckled. And I also think it's a 180 Monday watch.
Yeah, I agree with you. It's not the brightest and the most funniest film to exist. But Arshad Warsi is literally the saving grace of the film. And he can only do so much to save the film. Watch it. It's decent. It's a decent watch. So, on the hot slot, I give Welcome to Karachi 2 thumbs up.
And I also give it a 2 thumbs up. So, Mr. Daima.
Yes.
Tell me 3 things you learned from the movie.
Number 1. Right turn के बाद अगर एक और right turn लो तो U-turn हो जाता है.
Number 2. राजू हिरानी ने हम सबको डिलीवरी करना सिखा दिया है.
Number 3. अगर आपको किसी को चकमा देना है तो लेफ्ट का इंडिकेटर दीजिए और राइट में गाड़ी घुमा लीजिए. तो ये थी हमारी विशेष टिप्पणी ऑन वेलकम टू कराची.
एंड डोंट फॉरगेट कि हम मूवी क्रिटिक्स नहीं है, हम है
मूवी बफ्स.
मूवी बफ्स.
जी हाँ, हम आपको मिलेंगे अगले हफ्ते. तब तक के लिए एक संत वाणी सुनते जाइए. कल किसने देखा.
Now, whenever Kangana Ranaut steps out, she always makes heads turn. Whether you've liked her last film or you hate what she said in her previous interview, you just can't ignore her. And a major part of her appeal is her offbeat fashion sense. The beauty of it is you can't really typecast her style. It's wild and sophisticated all at the same time. Recently, for Tanu's Manu Returns promotion, she paid homage to both her characters in the film, the heartbroken Tanu and the tomboy Kusum. So it was cute dresses with sneakers or saris with lovely blouses. Did we mention cute dresses? Because she has a whole bunch of them. And also lovely skirts. When she heads out to party, she doesn't really like to bring on the bling. Less is always more for Kangana. For Deepika Padukone's bash, she could have easily been the best dressed in her striped crop top and fitted skirt. She's also not shy to try bizarre combinations and just out there looks, which on anyone else would look funny. But more formal events, she'll rock anything from boots to stunning gowns. And how can we forget those curls? The times Kangana goes natural with her hair, angels sing a song in praise. Look at that. is unapologetic about who she is and how she dresses, and that's the best part of her style statement. From here, let's move on to our next piece. So Kareena Kapoor has more than proved herself in Bollywood, but sadly, even after all these years, she's finding it tough to get producers to back a film with her in it. The project in question is Rajkumar Gupta's Next. Raj, who has previously directed No One Killed Jessica, was planning a thriller with Kareena in mind. Kareena was also super excited because apart from Urta Punjab, she does not have much else going on. However, now this film is lacking a producer. Ironically, the day Kareena agreed to do R. Balki's rom-com opposite Arjun Kapoor was the same day the producer pulled out of Raj's film. Talk about life being a leveler. It might also interest you that the producer who pulled out of the film is none other than Kareena's dear friend Salman Khan. Apparently, the film's budget did not sit too well with Salman, so he decided to not back the film anymore. Now, poor Kareena is frantically looking out for a producer to back this film. Any takers? Now, moving on. Jacqueline Fernandez was shocked to find out that Bollywood and Hollywood work very differently. Recently, while she was shooting outside of India for her Hollywood venture, Definition of Fear, she was categorically told that she would not be allowed to bring along her large entourage. She was only allowed one person. Now, Jacqueline was really taken aback by this, since here in Bollywood, she's been pampered and allowed a large entourage. However, she did not have much of a choice and had to agree to this condition. But you know, this might not be such a bad thing to introduce to Bollywood. Producer Mukesh Bhatt had previously said how expensive it is to maintain a star's entourage. So this would be a welcome change in Bollywood, at least for the producers. And with that story, it's a wrap on 9xe.com The Show. I'll see you guys on Monday, but until then, keep writing into us on facebook.com/9xe and at 9xe The Show. Also check out our website 9xe.com and our YouTube channel. You can also download our free 9xe app. I'll see you guys on Monday.